here in beautiful Perth for FreedomFest 2019. I'm here with Warren Dean Flandez. Welcome, Warren.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
So Warren is a multiple GMA Canada Covenant Award winner and a two-time JUNO nominee. And Warren, I feel like you just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Maybe that's just my perspective, but I think of groups like Fleetwood Mac, where, before you actually even discover their top #1 album, they've done 10 projects before that. So
Right.
I want to know a little bit about your backstory. How did you get to where you are before you swept the GMA Awards in 2017?
Well, I grew up singing in the church, actually. I grew up singing in a gospel choir that was led by a fella named Chico, who was a former backup singer for Marvin Gaye, Lionel Richie, and the Commodores. And this was in Vancouver. He was a missionary that came from the U.S. up to Vancouver. And I started singing in his choir because I had severe asthma, and the doctor wanted me to kind of increase my lung capacity. So it was kind of like a very pivotal moment in my childhood because, many youth kind of go many different paths, and I think I was at a point where my life could have taken a very negative turn, but singing in the church and singing that type of music really kind of helped me. It was something that allowed me to express myself in a very healthy and positive way.
Wow, I love that. Yeah. And I obviously can see and hear the Marvin Gaye influences in your music. Where else do you pull your influences from? And do you think that time in your life had a lot to do with it?
Well, my parents are fine appreciators of music, and so growing up I would just listen to everything they were playing on the family record player, and they played everything from the Beatles to Fleetwood Mac to Stevie Wonder, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye. Yeah.
What's on your record player now then?
Oh, right now, well, I have a 3-year-old, so right now it's Raffi.
Yes, Canadian.
When you turn on my car, Raffi pops up right away. But I love Donny Hathaway. And I love the Clark sisters are really speaking to me right now. The Clark sisters. And there's an artist out of Nashville named Holland who I adore. And I think that she is just totally bringing something new every single time. So
yeah, there's some good urban in there. And you mentioned your son, Noble. He's 3, right?
He's 3.
He is one of the best dressed 3-year-olds.
Oh.
So is that you or your wife?
No, that's neither of us, because people actually give us a lot of clothes. We rarely buy clothes for him, but he's, on my side of the family, he's the first grandchild, so my parents and just, the aunties and everyone just kind of spoil him. And so, yeah, I wish I could take the credit for it, but unfortunately not.
Okay, I do want to ask one more question about music before we wrap up, but I also want to know what your thoughts are about Perth, because we were chatting a little bit earlier, and it is one of those towns that just kind of feels like you're in a movie set.
Perth, I can honestly say this, Perth is probably one of the most beautiful towns I have visited anywhere. Just coming in, we took a red eye, and just coming in from Ottawa and driving into this town, just how perfect and immaculate everything is, and it's just very well kept, and the people are friendly, and it's just really beautiful. So yeah,
nice.
I love the vibe.
So just lastly, you were mentioning this influence that choir music had on you. So I want you to just share with people watching, how do we keep choir music alive? Because I think there might be some people who are like, oh yeah, that's just for the church, but obviously it influenced you a lot. So do you want to kind of wrap that into kind of your style and your heart, and we can wrap up that way?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel really strongly called to bring. I feel that the church is not necessarily confined to the 4 walls of the church. Yeah. And I think that the people who really need to hear Christian music are people that are here today who are just running by in their kilts and hearing this type of music. So my calling was always been to kind of bring it to the mainstream market, kind of how Lauren Daigle is doing on a much larger scale, and but still remaining true to my faith and what I believe in. And I think that we need to break down the boundaries of what choral music is, what Christian music is, what gospel music is, and really just spread the message of peace and love. And I think we can all kind of agree that that is what Jesus wants for all of us.
Yeah, I love that. He's coming from Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. All the way here to Perth for FreedomFest. Warren Dean Flandez. Thanks, Warren.
Thank you, Kara.